I think when you go into business and when you think about what success looks like, sort of you have in your mind that you're going to be satisfied when you get to a certain point in your life. And now what I've learned to fight that devil, because actually once you get something, you want more. Once you reach a certain prize, you want to go on to the next one. So success from a monetary basis, I can just tell you now, you always want to, once you get a taste of success, once you get a taste of having freedom and wealth that earning good money brings, you just want more of it, right? So the reality is, I think most entrepreneurs will probably concur here, it's very hard to feel settled, because once you've had a taste of something, you keep going for more. But what I've learned as I've got older is that success isn't just monetary at all. Success actually is defined by having the time to do what you want, when you want, and being able to be where you want, when you want. So for me, and one of my mentors said this, and I think it's just fantastic, and I've stuck with me ever since. He said, the things I want in life are time, freedom, location, freedom, financial freedom. Now those three things, in my eyes, are the holy trinity, okay? Everything I do now is based on those three things. If there's a new project coming up, right, and I feel it's not going to give me time freedom, and I think it's going to sacrifice and take that away, then I'm not going to do it. If I can't be where I want, when I want, with who I want, then I'm not going to do it. I like being in Dubai when the weather's lovely. I don't like it so much in the summer. I like going to Sri Lanka. I like going to Europe. I want to live the life while I'm 45 years old, and God knows how long I'll be on this planet for, hopefully a long time. I want to live the life the way I want to live it, okay? And that, to me, is the true sign of success, is that you can define your own rules and be in a position to do so. And I think age has taught me that. I think if you'd have asked me this when I was 25, I'd have said money, money, money. But now I'm a dad. Now I understand the important relationships I've got in my life. I want to spend time with my family. I've got limited time with our parents. These are all things which I think define success, having the ability to spend time with the people that you love and choose to. Most people get into entrepreneurship thinking that the one thing they're going to get from it all is freedom. And what they quickly learn is the one thing they don't have is freedom. Because in the early days, you are scrapping. You've got to outwork the competition. You've got to make a name for yourself. You've got to go from nothing into something. Freedom gets sacrificed. Then there's stress as you hire people, as you grow your business. There is great deal of stress that goes with that. You are responsible for all those people, their livelihood of those people. If you choose to raise money, you are absolutely stressed out, because you feel you have to deliver for all your staff. You feel you have to deliver for your shareholders. Now, for me, I've been very aggressive in trying to grow business over the years. I've succeeded in some, I've failed in others. If you ask me now what still hurts, I can tell you now, it's when I let go of a lot of people in 2016, when the oil price crashed, and there was not a lot I could do about that. But I still think about that to this day. You carry that with you the whole time. It's very hard to detach from it. Being present is one of the hardest things you can do as an entrepreneur, because your mind is always thinking about other things, where you're going to go, how you're going to get there. When you're with your family, you're trying to be present in the room. That's a real tough thing to do. The sacrifices you make mentally as well as physically are demanding. So as I've got older, I've made the choices to keep physically fit, put time aside to spend with my family, not be so office-based anymore. So actually, I suppose the unnecessary pain I put myself through in the early days of entrepreneurship. I think, as with anything in life, the turning point is experience, right? Once you've experienced how to go through something, you learn for the next time. The cheat code for that is to find someone that's been more successful than you, or is a few years ahead of you, and talk to them. Now, get them as a paid mentor. Try and get them as a mentor that you can talk to and work with, and they'll give you the cheat code to everything. If someone was to come to me now and look to open up a business in the Middle East, in 5 minutes I could tell them what will probably take them 5 years to learn. Okay, if I was a smart entrepreneur, I would invest in finding out someone like me to do that, because I can tell you the wrong rabbit holes to go down, the right places to go, the way to approach business. And if you don't do that, well, you're gonna learn the hard way. So try and be smart about that as well. I think a lot of people look, these days it's very easy to look at people on YouTube, look at people on Instagram, look at people online, and think that they've had it easy, okay? And you've got to remember this, no one broadcasts the real grim parts. I mean, I try to be as authentic as possible, but the reality is you often don't have your phone, your camera, or someone with you when the shit hits the fan. Yeah, and I can tell you now, for every single person that's had a business and that is driving a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or doing all those things, what you don't know is the monton of shit that they probably had to deal with. Okay, the people they've had to let go, the stuff that's let them down. They're nearly probably going bankrupt a couple of times. Every single entrepreneur I talk to has got a war story that you wouldn't believe. In my podcast, I interview people some people who've had unicorn businesses and gone to nothing. Some people who were 10 minutes away from losing everything, but one lucky phone call meant went, they got it all back. Some people had to go crying on their knees to the bank just to pay salaries, and they did, and now they've got multi-million and some billion-dollar businesses. Everyone has a war story. It's how you pick yourself up and go from it. You need to be the most resilient individual going. And a smart entrepreneur, the best entrepreneurs, embrace failure, take it on, have no problems with failure, and know it's just part of the journey.